Hey everybody, I'm Kaylee. I'm the new owner of this Oklahoma Joe Longhorn 3-in-1. I've done several smokes on it so far and they've all gone really well. I've done pork, chicken, beef, but there's always that temperature gradient from the left hand side by the firebox to the right hand side. So today I have a LavaLock Baffle to go in it that's made for the 3-in-1. We're going to do an unboxing and an assembly of the product. We're going to install it. Before that, we're going to do a test before to see what the temperature difference is, and then we're going to do a test after we install it to see what it looks like, and I'm sure that it's going to be a lot better than it is now. Okay guys, so here's our box from Island Outdoor. We got some packing material. We have our box that has the triangle side pieces in it. It's got 2 of those in there. You've also got 4 7/16 nuts and bolts. And then of course you have your baffle plate. So we're going to put this together and then we're going to get it in the grill. Alright guys, so when you're putting this together, you're going to need a 7/16 socket is what I've got, and just a 7/16 wrench. The 2 triangles are different. They look really similar, but they do go on each side of the plate specifically. So if you look at it, you'll have one side that's shorter, and that's going to go on this upright side of the baffle plate like this. So you just throw your bolts in there, put your nut on the back, and then put your other bolt through. And then just tighten those down. And then we're just going to flip it over and go to the other side. Again with the short side facing up, and just install both of our bolts. And that's it. Our baffle plate's assembled and ready to go in the grill. Okay guys, so I just wanted to show you around my smoker real fast, just so you know what kind of equipment that I'm working with. One mod that I've done is I've put a LavaLock thermometer in here. If I find that it's more accurate than the factory Oklahoma Joe thermometer. I've also got some of the high temperature RTV from Island Outdoor as well to seal up my exhaust stack. And I also got some of their firebox gasket that goes all the way around the firebox to seal those 2 big halves together. So that's the only mods that we're working with currently. We're gonna go ahead and get a fire started, and then we'll do our before test. Alright guys, we're doing our before test here. I'm going to show you what kind of setup we got and where we're going to go next. So we've got a temperature probe over here by the firebox, temperature probe over here on the other end, and another temperature probe dead square in the middle. The 2 side probes are exactly the same distance from the sidewall, just for the sake of comparison. Alright, and here's the results. We have our firebox side right here, 427. We have our middle probe at 255, and we have our other end at 274. So obviously we're really hot on the firebox side, and then surprisingly we're actually really hot on the other end too, but the middle is right where we wanted at about 250. So let me explain how our cooking test is going to work. We need a material that's going to cook pretty fast and show us different layers of doneness. So we're going to use canned biscuits. We're just going to distribute these evenly over the grill, and then we will check the doneness of each biscuit in each area of the grill. So this is our setup. We've got some at each corner, and then we're splitting the front and the back, and then we also have 2 in the middle. Alright guys, so here we are after 20 minutes at about 250 degrees at the center of the grate. So as you can see, the parts closest to the grill are completely blasted. This one's actually a little bit cooler than this one and this one are. These back here, this middle one is actually way less done than these 2 are, and then these 2 in the middle are both about in the middle. So you have less done on these 3, more done, and then most done on these guys over here. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and install this thing. I've already taken my grates out, and literally all you do is you just drop it in there. And you want to make sure that you have it slid all the way up against the bolt heads. If you were like me and had your bolts installed the other way with the nuts inside of the cooking chamber, you will have to flip those around for the top set and also for these 2 bolts right here. But other than that, it slides right up against the bolt heads. You'll have a little bit of a gap, but I've talked to the owner, Justin, and he said that that's by design and it's supposed to be like that. So there's no worries if you have your gap like it's designed to have. Alright guys, we're back. This is our after the install of the baffle, and our temperatures have equalized, and we're pretty much even. On the firebox we're at 240, in the middle we're at 240, and then we're a little bit warmer on the gas side of the grill, which is the far right away from the firebox. So we're going to put our biscuits on and we're going to see how they look. Alright guys, and here's our biscuit test from after the baffle install. All the biscuits are pretty much the same doneness as would be expected. None of them are too done, and none of them are not done. So it should work just the same on meat as it did on the biscuits. Alright guys, so in review, what I've found, at least in my experience, is that this baffle blade greatly reduces the heat that's coming in on the firebox side of this cooker. So that's going to lower temperatures on the firebox side, of course. It's also going to make the heat distribution much more even, as we saw in the temperatures. Also, what I also noticed is that it's much easier to maintain a lower temperature because the baffle plate is holding back a lot of the heat from the firebox, making low and slow much easier to attain in such a small smoker. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. See y'all later.